Spoiler alert, by the way.
Just between us. What happens at Comic-Con stays at Comic-Con.
That's right. I don't want to see this stuff ending up on the internet.
Oops, sorry. That's twittering.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, those of you following me, I just posted a picture. And stay off Twitter. The bandwidth is really awful in this room, so you're kind of keeping us from doing that. And for those of you, how many of you here? Well, how many of you here follow me and Grant and Adam on Twitter? Yeah. I guess that's all probably for Adam. Oh, hi, ladies. Thank you.
Those are the 4 that follow you.
Yeah,
It's all around Comic-Con.
well, for those of you who follow Mythbusters on Twitter, a few months ago, Adam got online and asked a very special question for people that appeared to work pretty well.
Oh, yeah, you know, you see the cars going over a cliff. Those were all donated to the production because I tweeted, please help us, we need some free cars to throw over cliffs. Email us at crashmycar@gmail.com. We put an intern on. We had like 14 car offers from all over the country within, I think, an hour. That were local enough to be useful. That was great. And they were all running, working cars.
Now, if I had to describe you guys, I would say you would be mechanics. And what's very clear from the audience is that you guys are very popular. This is the worst segue ever, by the way. And there's been a little bit of popular mechanics action going on. Yeah. Oh, come on, Adam, you didn't see that coming. Yeah, right. No, honestly, yeah, right, yeah.
I'm a little slow.
So go ahead.
For the first time, apparently, am I right about this? Popular Mechanics history. They've had Jamie and I are guest editors. On this September issue of Popular Mechanics, we're premiering the cover here for the first time ever. It's chock full of myth-busting goodness. And actually, just very briefly, you know, people are like, what is it? Well, they asked me a question. They said, what was it like to work with us at Popular Mechanics? We'd like you to give us a little description. I said, well, in movies, you'd think a magazine's full of like sunlit offices with like smart, clever, funny people, avuncular editors, meetings that are full of important stuff. Popular Mechanics is exactly like that. It's like a movie. Actually, if you cast a movie, it wouldn't be as interesting as going to the offices. We had so much fun there. And, well, we've had a relationship with you guys for a long time, and it's going to continue on for a lot longer.
Can you get the magazine cover back up there for a second? Just noticed something. That's a very cool cover. It's laid out beautifully and everything, but I'm kind of wondering about what Jamie's thinking right there. You know, when I was a kid, I liked the drill junk too.
You should have seen the one we did.
That was a color Fangoria.
Awkward. No comment.
We will.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Well, before, I have a ton of questions for these guys, but I get to talk to them every now and again. I want to open it up to the floor, but before we do, there's one more thing we want to cover here, and that is that if you've been following Adam on Twitter, you know that there's been a little contest here at Comic-Con, and that unfolded today. So let's take care of that little business, Adam. Why don't you go ahead and
okay, so as you guys know, I walked the floor for 2 days in full costume, which is so awesome. I'm telling Grant, because I think he's my geek buddy. I'm like, you got to try it. He's like, no, you really got to. Next year, man, come in costume. And I was dropping clues, and at the very end of today, just about 10 minutes before I was supposed to leave to come here, I got found. Some guy snuck up behind me and said, Adam, and I whipped my head around, and then he was like, do I win? And there was this other guy going, no, because I just tweeted it. We're actually going to, at the end of this, we're going to have a little bit of a tiebreaker, but let me show you my, can we show up the first slide? And let's throw up the second slide. There we go. I was scaring children all day. It was really fun. Although my back hurts from the slash.
Well, it turns out that we had two people who basically tweeted this at the same time. And they've both been notified. They're both here, I believe. And we have both of their names in this envelope. I'm going to hand this to Grant. So open up. And you will pick out one of the names. Look, they're cheering already next door. That's 12 seconds in the future next door.
They're not going to find it out from that, like we discussed.
They're each going to get some prizes. There's a grand prize, a Mythbusters themed iPod with all of our favorite episodes preloaded onto the iPod.
It's really, really cool. All right, Jamie.
I look just like Vanna White.
I don't like it. And the winner is Jason Pippin.
Jason, stay where you are.
Congratulations.
Very cool. Is that a Blade Runner shirt you got on there? Awesome. Blade Runner shirt you won. I think that's probably connected somehow. Well, that's fantastic. Come up, we'll take care of you later. Okay, so with that, I think, let's open it up to the floor and let you guys get your word in here. We have microphones right there, evidently. People are saying, oh my gosh, they've been camped out since yesterday afternoon. Yeah, I'm glad I left time for this. All right, cool.
I don't know if we're going to get to everyone's questions, but we'll try.
Okay, this is for the whole panel. For all of you, what age did you guys decide to be, quote, mad scientists, popular mechanics?
I can't think of a time I wasn't thinking and doing things the way I do them, get paid to do them now. I mean, I had my dad gave me access to the charge account at the hardware store by the time I was 12. Yeah, it was awesome.
I think in my case, I sort of evolved into it. I wasn't born this way.
It was created in a lab, actually.
What age do you think you were?
When I evolved into this,
Clever choice.
From the chrysalis into the...
it's actually a work in progress. The funny thing about doing this show is that it actually has changed all of us. It's the most amazing thing is, I mean, yeah, we're on TV, we're making a living, we're having some fun, but what we've learned doing what we're doing is just absolutely fantastic. And so I don't see it as something that happened and there it is. It's something that is ongoing and hopefully it won't stop for a while.
Alright, so last year you said that what you guys do isn't science because there's no rigor. But now here you are testing physics thought experiments. Are you scientists now? And what's next? Schrodinger's cat?
Actually, I think before Schrodinger's cat, Peter won't let us do Schrodinger's cat. I'm offended at the idea.
Well, I have a way of, I'd like to answer.
Go for it.
The funny thing about what we do, I mean, as we're not scientists, we're not engineers, we're not trained to do...
I'm an engineer.
Okay. So, all but one of us is not trained.
Didn't he give you your job?
But the point is that we just are really curious about what we're doing. We're looking for the most direct and efficient way of getting to where we want to go. And it just happens to be that that's science, you know, and...
well, that's a scientific method.
Yeah.
I mean, so when we say it's not science, I mean, we just mean the results are never, ever publishable. But we understand it just so happens for us that, you know, we take the scientific method seriously because that process of discovery turns out to grid beautifully onto the narrative arc, which I think, you know, is what every episode's about.